everyone, welcome to Mission Stitch. My name is Emmy and this is my Flosstube channel about cross stitch. Happy November. Oh, it's so exciting that we're creeping closer to the holidays. I have some super fun things to show you today, including an epic finish. It's the one you've all been waiting for. Those of you who went to Stitch West got a sneak peek of it. I have a start and finish. I have a some good whips. I have a new hobby that I'm going to share with you that I'm super excited about. So let's get into it. Okay, are you all ready? This has been such a long time coming, and I know that you're all dying to see it. I'm dying to see it, right? Like, oh, it was definitely a journey, but my White Nights in St. Petersburg Chatelaine is done. So here we go. I've got to stand up and move way back so you can see it in all its glory. Oh, look at it. It's so big. But let me get up here so you can see some of the detail of this. Like that border, can you see those eyelets and road stitches and all the beads? Oh, and you can kind of see the glistening of that cube up top. And like all the metallic and these fun corners. Oh, you can see that too. How fun. I'm so glad that you can see a tiny bit of the sparkle. Okay, look at that. Those corners. And this center is so fun because each of the gates is different. And then all those specialty stitches. And like you can see the flowers are different on each side. And then all the beads, and there's specialty stitches in this building. See that with all those beads. And then over one stitching, can you see that? More beads, more metallics, back stitch, beads. You guys. It's kind of surreal to realize that this is finished. I just am in awe. And it's so crazy to think that I stitched this and it took such a long time. I started back in 2007 when this was sent out in parts from Martino when she was still with us. And I got all of the middle done, and I got a couple of these buildings done. And then I think I left it for several years, and then I picked it up and started doing some of this. And so I think I got pretty much this whole top side done, and then this top border. And then, so I think like this much up was done. So when I picked it up this year with the intent to finish it, I had, let me show you, probably roughly this much to do, minus the center. So I had the center done. So, but all of this outside buildings and the border. So I would say I had about 60% of it still left to do. And it's done. It's done. It was so fun and so traumatic and so frustrating and so satisfying. Like it was all of the emotions that you can ever imagine. And I'm just so glad to have my oldest whip finished. Now I do still have a couple of whips, a couple of Chatelaines that are, that have now moved into my oldest whip spot that I am hoping to finish in the next year or two. So watch for those. For sure, I'm going to focus on one. I want to do at least one a year. So for sure, one will be done next year, but you can, oh, look, you can see the sparkle. It's just so fun. So it's done. It's done. It's done. My Chatelaine. White Nights in St. Petersburg. I'm glad. But I also had two more finishes. So let me share those with you. So this is Tropical Quaker. This is found in the Gift of Stitching magazine. That is a digital magazine you can get all of the copies to. It's like $30. It's not that much. And there are so many good charts in there. And charts from like good designers like Praiseworthy Stitches, Prairie Schooler. There are a couple of mini Chatelaines in there if you want to dip your toe into Chatelaine, but you're not sure about these massive ones because they're big. I totally get it. There's some little ones in there that you could look at doing. Anyway, so this is one that I decided to do. I love it. This is on 40 count. Chantilly by Color and Cotton. And the threads are Vikki Clayton silks. And that's what's called for. And so it's just really pretty. Of course, the colors are not showing up. Like that's a light and dark pink that's so beautiful. That brown is actually this gorgeous golden brown. Greens, there's actually 2 purples in there that are just hard to see. But this was my morning stitch. And I got it finished and I love how it turned out. It's just cute. Cute, cute, cute. So Tropical Quaker from the Gift of Stitching. All right, and one more finish. This is actually start and finish because I don't think I showed you last time. So super exciting news, you guys. Okay, so I have 2 daughters. They're older, they're 23 and 20, and they haven't been interested in stitching. Well, most of you know that my oldest daughter was interested in, became interested in stitching, and so she has been stitching for about the last 1.5 years-ish almost, which is so exciting. Well, guess what? My other daughter said she wanted to learn how to stitch. Oh my gosh. It's like all of my dreams are coming true. It's so silly. But so I said, okay, what do you think you want to stitch? And this is what she said. I want to stitch the really fancy ladies with the beads and the sparkles and everything like you do. Well, she's talking about Mira's. Mira for a beginning stitcher is a little bit much, especially because she lives in Florida. And so I can't be there and sit with her to do it. But I said, okay, well, I made her go on to 1-2-3 Stitch and I made her start a wish list. So she puts together a wish list. It's all Mira's and Nora's. Well, Nora's are a pretty good little starter for her. So she picked this one, and I actually had 2 charts. So I was like, it was meant to be. So I told her that I would stitch it with her. So I got it all kitted up for her, sent it out to her. Well, she's still working on it. I'll show you where she's at. But I stitched mine and got mine finished. I wanted to kind of keep ahead of her so that I could watch for any problems and help her navigate through those rather than doing it blindly. But this was a super fast stitch. Nora's usually are because they're just cute and little. But this is Caprice. It's one of the Muse Fairies. And so here she is. She's just really fun. You can see all those beads on her, those cute flowers. So she's just really fun. I mean, a few color changes, but not a ton. Some good block stitching, some pretty basic back stitching, you know, for a new stitcher. But then some beads to add some fun, you know, some of that bling, and then some Krynic. So let me tell you something funny. So we started in the center. The center is the wings, and the wings are all Krynic and beads. So it's kind of baptism by fire with her that she started with Krynic. I mean, DMC is going to be a breeze after that, right? So anyways, so she is working on the wings right now. She doesn't have a lot of time because she works, but... And you can't really, oh, there you can kind of see the glimmer from that. Now, I did change the color. This brighter orange right here was kind of a terracotta, and it was blending into my fabric so much. So I just brightened up the orange so that it matched actually the beads that are called for. And she just turned out really cute, really cute. This is a piece of Fangirl Fibers fabric, 28 count even weave called Lane's Drums. But it's just fun, cute, easy stitch. So this was a start and finish since I saw you last time. So there we go. All right, I did have an FFO that I did, and it was my smalls for the smalls exchange for Stitch West. So here is a picture of what I did. So I took that quirky Quaker fox and I just turned it into a cute little pillow, put that cute little ribbon with it, and that's what I did. And then I made a project bag and had a cute little pumpkin stand, little thing, little wood decoration that I put with it. And it just turned out really cute. And it went to a cute lady from Canada, and it was her first retreat. And so it was really fun to meet her. Her name was Kate, and she was super adorable. So I hope she enjoys that cute little fox because I love him. I think he's so fun. And I stitched that on like a 10 count Tula with those very velvet threads that I love. They just add such great texture. It's so fun. Let me show you my whips. So I've got 3 whips to show you. So my first one has moved into my morning stitch spot, and it is Edith E. Nunn. 1884, and this is from Quaint Rose Needlearts. And I am so close to a finish. For sure, next time you see me, I will be done. So let me show you her. Ta-da! So I just finished bringing all the leaves down and over to the corner this morning. So I've got to finish up berries, and then I did not put her name. So if you look, there is her name, and then age 13 years, da-da-da-da-da, and then the year. And so, oh yeah, and worked by Edith E. Nunn. So I just decided that I wanted to do an alphabet. So I just went through my Reflet de Swap charts and found a cute alphabet that I thought would fit. And so I stitched on there. And then right here under the basket, I'm going to put my initials in the year. So I do need to chart those out still, but just another 2 or 3 days, I should be done with this. But I love the purples in this. And then the blues, you can see the blue in there. This purple color right here that's used for the bird, and then these berries. Okay, it is all one color. It is called Pickled Beets by, I think Gentle Art. And it is the most gorgeous color with the most beautiful shading. It just, can you see how different all of those berries are? And that's just the floss. It's not different flosses, is the pickled beets. So it is beautiful. And then this fabric is Colonial Green Light, I believe, from xJuDesigns. It's so cute, and I'm almost there. A few more days. So there is that whip. Okay, my next whip, this is what I ended up working on while I was at Stitch West. So Harriet Cooper from Queenstown Designs. And I love this one. Look at the shading, like the shadows on the pots. I just love it so much. And this coral house, and these cute tall trees, and these planters, and this little like fence on top. It's so cute. So let me show you what I did. Now I am stitching this on 40 count Molly from Grace Notes. Okay, here we go. So I did not do a ton. So what I worked on is I filled in this tree here, and then I started this tree and then added these little toppers on top of this fence. So I didn't get a ton done, but a little bit. So I think this is going to become my next focus piece after I finish Edith, because I'd really love to get it done. Now this is all filled in. This is grass right here. And technically the chart shows that this little walkway is all filled in, and then there's those little people right there and the dog, right? Yeah, look how cute. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So it's all filled in, but I chose this color fabric so that I wouldn't have to fill it in. Now I might if I'm feeling really inspired, but I probably won't. So anyways, so there we go. So I added those trees, finished that tree, and has added that third tree. It's cute. Cute Harriet Cooper. All right, this is my last whip that I've been focused on, and I've gotten quite a bit of progress done on this one. This is Mira, Queen of Freedom. She's beautiful. We all know her. We all love her. All right, I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana, We the People from Fabric Flair. So let me show you my progress on her. Okay, here she is. So when I last showed you, I think I still had a bunch of stuff to fill in. I know I had all this to fill in. I didn't have this done. I don't think I had started the skin yet. So that's what I did. I got all of that filled in. All of this white. Oh my goodness. All this white. And then all of this I've worked on. And then I am doing her skin over one. So it's slow going, but it will be fine. Anyways, so I am hoping to get her done by the end of the month, tentatively. We'll see what happens. But I feel like the worst part is done. Let's look, shall we? Let's see here. So, I mean, yeah, I think so, because I have pretty much all that done. So I just have this top. Now, a lot of it is skin, and since I'm doing it over one, it is going to take a long time. And then I have to come back and beat it all. But we'll see what I can get done. So anyways, there is my Queen of Freedom. So those are my whips. Okay, I'm going to do a super quick review of Stitch West. There are other people who do it so much better, so I'm just gonna go really quick. So Stitch West was just so fun. Retreat is so fun, just in general, to be with like-minded stitchers and see everybody's whips that they're working on. And the brag table is always so stunning. Oh my gosh, amazing. There was a lady that did an ink circles all in beads, and she was working on it at the retreat and then finished it and put it on the brag table. Gorgeous. My friend Amy had displayed under the friendship tree, I think it is. It's a mirror that was framed and so stunning. Amy, I didn't tell you, it is so beautiful. Oh, and she did a mirror Christmas tree that was amazing. Just so many beautiful, inspiring pieces. So it was so fun. And you meet new people and visit. And okay, I met the cutest mother-daughter duo. Amy and Allie lost their stitches. Now, I had seen them before, like, I had watched their Flosstube before, and then somehow I lost them. I didn't subscribe for some reason. Shame on me. But so I met them and we were chatting, and then Amy, the mom, was talking to me and kind of telling me her story, and I was like, oh, that is so familiar. Do you have a Flosstube? And she said, yes. I said, okay, I have seen you. So it was so fun to meet them in person. Oh my goodness, they are the cutest. So if you don't go watch Lost Our Needles, they're the cutest. So it was just, it's so fun to meet new people and, oh, just chat with people you haven't seen for a long time or that live far away that you don't get to see very often and talk to very much. And it just is so filling. Like, my heart was full after leaving the retreat. So, the retreat, Stitch West, is put on by Deb and Kef Snug Harbor Crafts. And so when we got there, they gave us this cute project bag that they had a lady make. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so much work. And she made like 200 of them. And it's so cute. Great little size. So I love that. And then they later came around and brought us these little Orc containers and one of those little magnetic hooks so you can hang it. This is fantastic too. Again, that is a lot of work. All this sewing involved. So love it. So that was so, so generous of them. And then the guest designer was Kathy Haberman from Hands On Design. She was amazing. Can I just tell you, her attention to detail, like unmatched by anything I have ever seen or that I think I will ever see. So this is our kit. She gave us everything, every little last piece that we needed, including a board from Chantel 141. And she even went so far. So she gave us a couple. So the chart, let me show you. She did two little things. So there's this big chart. Okay, and then she made it into a little round if you wanted to do a small. Okay, and then, so that was the first night, and she gave us like all the floss drops, like a pen, the trim, needles, like a pack of her favorite needles with this little needle holder thing. So cute. The batting that we need to finish, the board, like all the things. Okay, so this is the kit the first night. Well, then the second night, she came and did wanted to do a finishing tutorial with us. She said she wanted to set like her record of teaching. And so she gave us another kit and had us all do the back of this little small and gave us another pattern. This is so cute. I love it. Okay, but look at this. So she gave us the fabric. Okay, this fabric is enough to do all three pieces. And watch what she did. Oh, I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see. Let me grab my board. She drew chalk lines on it so that you knew exactly where to start stitching what. Okay, look at this. Can you see the chalk lines she drew? I can't even, I just am just so impressed by her attention to detail. And this is, I think, Fiber on a Wing Slate. I don't know. Anyways, but so, so impressed. I want to stitch this. I just think this is the cutest little round. And again, we have everything to finish it, and I've got my back finished, ready to go. So she was delightful. Oh my goodness. Kathy Haberman and Mr. HOD, they were fantastic. Just so, so good. And she was so nice, just chatting with her and just so friendly and down to earth. And I just cannot say enough good things about her. So she was great. Now, like I mentioned before, I did the smalls exchange. So my small that I received, are you ready for this, you guys? This is so cute and I'm so excited. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So this is by the cutest lady named Carla. And here's a little picture of us. So this was what she stitched for her small. I am obsessed with it. It is just so stinking cute. That little squirrel and his acorn. And she added like these little stars. And look at her trim, the way she did the trim, this lace. And then the little other trim on the side. And the bow. And this little box. And this little hanger. Oh, and then she had a couple of other little goodies that were there. Amazing. So I love this so much, Miss Carla. Thank you. Oh, so fun. So, so fun. The smalls exchange is so fun because it's like Christmas morning. You go and you choose your gift and then you get to open it and you get to see what you got and then you get to see what everyone else gets. And it's just so fun. So fun. I highly recommend doing it if you haven't. Okay. While I was there at Stitch West, there were a bunch of vendors there. My friend Valerie from Live and Die LA was there with her gorgeous fabrics. Her fabrics are some of my favorite. And so, of course, I had to get a bunch of her fabrics. So I got all Verdal, 40 count Verdal, which if you've never stitched on Verdal, it is so soft and amazing. And then if you even want a more luxurious experience, use silk on Verdal. It is a dream. It's like soft with soft and oh, it's so amazing. Anyway, so let me show you what I got. So I got cave painting. I don't know how well these are going to show up because you guys know, but it's like this tan with kind of the tiniest hint of like a purpley mauvey gray. That's not too bad. I love that. I got snow flurries, which is kind of that purpley gray, but it's not really purple, like, I don't know, just the tiniest hint, but still so neutral. It's lovely. I got stormy gray. And this is, again, just a nice neutral on the more blue-green gray side. Lovely. I got Stone Cold. This is definitely more blue, but such a gorgeous blue that is like a neutral. I think blue's a neutral. So much looks good on blue. That, let's see. This is, oh yes, Veins of History. I love this one so much. So it's creamy and then kind of has that purpley in it, but it's so subtle that it just doesn't read as purple. Pretty good right there. It's amazing. That one was folded different than the others. Okay. Oh, so is this one. Okay, this is Silver Lining. Oh, this is actually linen. I got the linen of this one. So again, just the lightest gray that is a little bit more cool toned, but not too much. So just another really great neutral. And then last but not least, this is Ambrosia, which is this gorgeous gold. I almost had it right. Right there is pretty good. It's so beautiful. I am obsessed with this one. So that was what I bought at Stitch West. I feel like that was pretty good. Let's see, what else do I have to show you? Oh, I do have something super fun to show you. Okay, our table was dubbed the party table. I self-proclaimed that. Anyways, we did this really fun thing. I found these balloons at the dollar store. Now, I've gotten these before from Dollar Tree, and they're now $1.25. You guys know that went up. These are so fun because what happens is they're in these little packs, and you lay it down and you hit hit it, and there a little capsule breaks open, and there's a chemical reaction, and it expands, and the balloon is like inside of this package, and so the package starts to open, and then when the balloon expands enough for the package to open, it pops out. It's so fun. Like, we had the best time. We did these in the middle of the retreat, and the other tables were like, what is going on? So fun. Like, if you have little kids or grandkids, these are a huge hit. They're so fun. And then it comes with little strings, so you can tie them on, and you could use them as ornaments. You could use them, like, we put them on chairs, on doorknobs, on like all kinds of things. They're just so super fun. So that is what you're looking for at Dollar Tree if you want the self-inflating balloons that are so, so fun. Okay. Let me show you another couple of pieces of haul. So these are my regular fabric of the month. So first one is from Bestitch Me. So this, I am getting 28 Lugana, which I normally stitch on 40 count. I'll stitch on 28 count. I don't mind 28 count. But now that I have two girls that are stitching and they prefer the lower counts, I haven't gotten them up into higher counts yet, which is totally fine. I did switch my Bestitch Me to lower counts. So this is the color. I do the color and the neutral. So this is Through the Stones. So it's this beautiful gray green. Just so gorgeous. I mean, that's pretty true. And then Cold Foam, which this one is just so stunning too. It's a lot softer than it's coming off. Anyways, so, so beautiful. I love Brandy's fabrics. Then I also got my Fox and Rabbit fabric of the month. Fox and Rabbit is my very, very favorite. I don't know what it is, but I am obsessed with them. So the one for this month was called Caramel Mud Cake. Caramel Mud Cake. Oh, let's see. Trying to not get shadows. Maybe kind of like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it is so stunning. Fox and Rabbit is the best. Okay, I think that's all the stitching related stuff I have to show you. Now, let me chat with you about a new hobby. So I walk on the treadmill and it's really boring. And like, I put a show on and I watch it, but I hate not having my hands busy. I like to have my hands busy. So a little while ago, I was watching Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzy Stitches, who's so cute. If you don't watch her, you should. And she was, and this is quite a while ago, she was talking about how she was knitting while she was walking with her friends at work, and then while she was walking her dog. Well, it finally clicked with me. I was like, I wonder if I could knit while I walk on the treadmill. Like, it can't be that hard, can it? It's not that hard, you guys. And I am obsessed with it. I love it so much that I am so excited when it is time to go walk on the treadmill, because I feel like I'm so productive. I'm exercising, and then I'm watching a show, and then I am knitting and showing progress with my hands. So now I started it this summer, so I have a few things to show you. Now, I have kind of knit before a little bit, but didn't really get into it. Wasn't really good at it. I am a crocheter. I have learned how to crochet when I was like 8 years old. So I can crochet with my eyes closed pretty much. So knitting was good because I knew how to keep my tension, but now I'm using 2 needles, which was a little bit tricky to start learning, but not hard. It wasn't awful. But I had to learn how the stitches worked. So for my very first project, sorry, I have to reach over here and get it. I decided to go big. I bought big chunky yarn and I knit this blanket. And so this was so great because I learned how to knit, I learned how to purl, I learned how the stitches worked. Now, to be 100% honest, I got like a third of the way through and pulled it all the way out and started over because I was learning and I could start seeing my mistakes. So, and you know what? That was okay, because honestly, this was such a great learning project. So you can see all those knit stitches, and then the border is like a knit purl. You can kind of see. So this was such a fun, good project. Now, I did use needles and they are huge, okay? So big. And the first like little bit I could do it while I was walking on the treadmill, but then it got really heavy. So I ended up getting a board that rested over kind of the arms of the treadmill. And then I just sat this on and then worked it. So, I mean, honestly, this was like 90% knit on while I was walking on the treadmill, which is so, I just love it. I love it so much. So then I decided I wanted to learn how to knit socks because knitting socks has kind of been all the rage. So I was a little apprehensive, but I found a tutorial by, I think it's called Winwick Mum, and it was a really, really good tutorial. And then I just bought some yarn off of Amazon because I'm like, I just want to try it. And if I don't like it, I don't want to spend so much money on yarn. So I knit my first pair of socks. Now they're not perfect, but you know what? They're pretty good and they look like socks. I mean, look at that. I'm so excited. I love them. I still need to block them. I haven't worn them yet because we're just starting to get really cold here. So I need to block them so that I can then wear them, but I love them. So then I decided I wanted to knit another pair of socks. This time, oh, and this is just fingering weight yarn. Okay, so this time I decided I wanted to try a different yarn. And so I did, and a different tutorial. So I used, for this one, I used the Crazy Sock Lady vanilla sock pattern, just like the very basic free one. And I liked it because I could see how it was similar to this one, but it was different because it's with a little bit thicker yarn, with the DK yarn. So these are the other socks that I knit. And the techniques are exactly the same, except the stitches, there's less stitches here because the yarn's bigger, so you don't need as many stitches to make the sock. So these actually knit up really fast. And this yarn was so cute. So I bought this yarn off of Etsy, which, you guys, hand-dyed yarn on Etsy is so dangerous. There's so much beautiful stuff on there. I've ordered from so many hand dyers. It's all gorgeous. So anyways, I think this is from a place called KT and the Squid. And I think it's called Sunrise. I don't know. But it just was very fall to me. And it's just so cute. I love it. So I actually finished these yesterday. Finished my last one. Stitched the rest of the toe and sewed it up. And now I have my second pair of socks. And I did try on my first one after I had knit it. And DK socks are like so squishy and yummy. Like, oh, I'm just so excited. So I had to cast on another sock. So I did that last night, or well, I did it yesterday, and then I worked on it last night while trick-or-treaters were coming around. So I knit while I waited, and then I'd pass out our stuff. And anyway, so here we go. So this one I'm doing 2 colors. So I'm going to do this orange, let's see, kind of like that, cuff, and then I'm going to do the heel and the toe in this orange. So this is the first time that I've done 2 different colors, and this was a set that I bought on Etsy. It's coordinated, and then I don't know if you can see, but look at those colors. And then I'm also doing a pattern on this sock. So if you can see, like there's this kind of row that carries, and then there's an inset row from purling, for those of you that know knitting. Anyway, so it's not just the plain sock. Like there's a texture in there, which is really fun. And let me show you. So it is from this book called 52 Weeks of Socks. This is actually volume 2. And it is the, let me show you, the La Colque sock, number 9. Let me show you the sock when it's all done. So that's what mine will kind of look like. So I just started. But I love socks because they knit up so fast and it's just so satisfying. And it's little enough that I've started taking my socks in place of my cross stitch just because it's so easy. Like I get it now. Like I still love my cross stitch. Cross stitch is still number 1 for me. But I get why people like to take their knitting. I get it. It's fun. So anyways, my 3rd little pair of socks started. And then I have one more thing to show you. So I was at Walmart looking at their yarn, and I know it's not the greatest, right? But I'm like, let's look. Well, I found this Lion brand yarn. Okay. And look at those fun colors. And it is so soft. And I was like, what can I do with this? So I went to the Lion Brand website, and they have, if you click on their yarn, they have a little link that says, click on patterns that you can make with this yarn. So I did, and I found this sweater that's so cute. I'm like, do I dare knit a sweater? Yeah, you guys, I do. Okay, so look what I've done. I have knit a sleeve. And so it self-color blocks like this, which is so fun. So fun. So this is like a raglan sleeve. So it will come up like this, right? But isn't it so cute? So I need to cast on my other sleeve and get it going. And it actually knit up pretty quick. And it was very, I mean, really pretty easy to understand, because it's just a stockinette stitch, which means that you knit one way and then you turn it over and you purl the way back so that it is all knit on the front. And it's so soft. It's so soft. So I'm going to keep working on that too. So knitting is like my new favorite thing. It's so fun. I'm trying to tell everyone, learn how to knit so you can walk on the treadmill and knit at the same time, because I'm low-key obsessed. Maybe high-key obsessed. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's all I have for you today. That was pretty quick. That was a lot faster than I thought. Thanks so much for all of you for taking the time to watch. I appreciate you, and thank you for your comments. It's so fun to interact with you. I love seeing what we have in common, and I just love cross stitching. I promise you, I will not abandon cross stitch for knitting. Knitting is so fun, but cross stitch is still my one true love. So until next time, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stitch. Bye, everyone.